Hey guys, welcome back to my Dig or Die Let's Play. Today we've got a couple of things we want to focus on, one of which is something that I completely overlooked. So when we killed the first boss, there was a weapon I really wanted, but I couldn't get. Didn't remember why until now. And as it turns out, we need coal. We need coal to make it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go a little bit further up. We're going to dig straight to the left again. We're going to use the same tactic, same process. And while we're here, we're going to be looking for gold. Not that we necessarily need gold right this second, but you know, you can never have too much gold, right? Especially in real life. Not that this is anywhere close to real life, but we're looking for coal, and it's a good thing that I believe the other pockets of coal that I found, I actually mined the coal. So let's see if we can find some more, because essentially the weapon I'm about to craft is going to be really helpful for fighting the rest of the monsters here. I don't feel like that's worth the time, so let's go. Let's see what else we can find, because we really need coal, like, now. I don't want to waste too much time on this. This is exactly why I try to pick up coal. Look at this, one single piece of gold. It's interesting. Well, that dog didn't have any problem jumping that, did he? There we go. Here we go. So this is essentially going to give us, well, I might as well, there's no real point in hiding the name or anything. I don't remember what the official name is, but it's basically like a blast cannon. And you'll see in about 2 seconds why it's so awesome. So it's got a massive cooldown on it, but it hits like a ton of targets. Oh my gosh. I really am not putting down platforms like I should be. I feel like it's saving time, but the more I mess up like that, the more it may not be saving me much time. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna switch those. Okay, this is what I wanted to build, and I didn't realize I was missing something. So this is another piece of the crab you get, and what the gun is called is the overcharged plasma gun. Boop. That is going to be. That is actually going to go on number 5. Okay, so here's what it looks like. You ready? So when I hit number 5, you see that right there? Now, you see it takes a long time to charge up. So what you do is, when I shoot with that, I can hit, normal hits, I think, do about 200 damage. Let's see. Yep, 197 right there. See? So I can do massive amounts of damage with that. And guess what? That's the weapon we're going to be using to kill Queen Bee as well, or whatever her name is. Not Queen Bee. She's basically a big, like, one of those like hornet looking things. I forgot her actual name, so I apologize. But that gun also has a massive kickback, but when you're in water it really doesn't matter all that much. So I, you know, generally speaking, I wouldn't be walking past all this stuff, but considering we have a big water pocket here, I'm actually going to see if I can vent this into our little area that we needed to be in. See if I can do this without messing up. Okay, now this bat's gonna come through, so might as well go ahead and help him out, right? Alright. So something up top is not working. We're gonna go ahead and save it because we got that new gun, which is definitely a positive. Let's go ahead and let's see what we can find out up top. Really, guys. The only thing that's a little irritating in this game for me personally is I really like to dedicate time to what I'm trying to build, and I do honestly hate constantly being interrupted by stuff. But like I said, this is the play style of this game. I say that I don't like it, and yet here I am playing my second playthrough, so obviously I like it some. Let's see, how are we going to do this? I've really got to come up with a better way to get out of here. Okay. So, we need to take a quick look and see why it is this isn't working. So let's just take a quick look here, because I don't know what's going on, man. This should definitely be working. I feel like it has something to do with the dirt being here. You know, truth be told, I got rid of everything with the exception of my just massive area here. So, like when I did this the last time, so maybe getting rid of all this dirt, you know, maybe the dirt is sucking it up, which is essentially what the dirt does. It lets it, you know, kind of soaks through dirt, and you know, maybe that's why this side's not filling up the way I remember it filling up. So we're going to take some time. This is definitely not the most exciting stuff to do, but I really need this dam to work. And if I want it to work, I'm going to have to put some time into it here. These are things that, like I said, I never really had an issue with when I was playing my the first playthrough. You know, it just worked. So I'm just not sure why I'm having such a hard time with it now, except for the fact that, you know, as I just said, I had no dirt anywhere. It was just stone and the concrete. So there was never any issue whether there was enough water. It was constantly overflowing. Well, something did just occur to me now that I'm thinking about it. Something did just occur to me, so let's see. Let me go ahead and make one more thing here, if I can remember what it's under. So what I'm going to do, what my idea behind this is if I put a hydroelectric thing that's constantly dropping water there, and I had this side fixed. See, look at this. It's already time for night again. Goodness. So theoretically, that could power this, but I'd prefer to not take the chance, because if it doesn't, I want the solar power to be there. So, excuse me, sorry, I had a hiccup there or something. So, we have almost no time, but I'm gonna literally just remove the whole left side of this world here, which also means no more red mushrooms, which I'm fine with, because I'm kind of past that at this point anyways. Alright, that's pretty much all we're gonna get done right now. We're gonna have a big piranha pool, that's for sure. We're still not getting enough to matter. Interesting. Well, I know that's not the most interesting play, but yeah, at some point I may just give up on the dam altogether, and you know, you might be sitting there thinking, why haven't you already done that? I really just like to have that, I mean, if this is where I fight monsters, which actually in the future, I'm actually really thinking about making a base coming up, and where I put that is going to be somewhere separate, and if we can get it to where it actually defends, which I don't know if it's going to defend against ants and stuff, we'd have to try it. But if we get a base where we can reliably go to it, then we wouldn't need down here. That'd be cool. Okay, so here's what I was talking about. You ready? See that? See how it like knocked everything back? That's what you need in order to like really contain all these mobs so they don't build up. And when they do build up, it's not really a problem because you can just blast them. Of course, I didn't hit much right there, but there we go. I like it. Plus, it's pretty imperative for like tight spots like that. If you can line it up, it can do some serious damage. 198, 200 damage. That's, well, you have to actually hit your target, but you know, you can also use it to. Oh, see, now that was good right there. See that? I think it's a pretty imperative gun, and you know, ever since I killed the crab boss, you do have to get tier 4 on your auto builder. But once you do that, you know, if I had just had more coal, I would have had it a little bit earlier, but not much. So definitely worth it though. Definitely worth it. Because you can see that like there's almost no horde in comparison to you know, what we normally have. Well, okay, a little bit, but guys, come on, man. There we go. Okay, so we're on day 20. So we've got day. Sorry, I forgot to say that we were going to do day 19, day 20, and day 21. Okay. Now, as much as I don't really want to do what I mean, in a way, I do want to do it. Don't get me wrong; it's part of the game, but I've got to spend some time trying to fix this dam. This is going to be one of or the last day that I want to. Look at this! I got to jump all the way up there again because we don't have enough water. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So we've got to get it fixed, and the only way to do that is to, at least in my opinion, is to make it so that there's no way for the water to go anywhere but here. Now, if I was using more than one of those generators, I would understand it. But you know, because the more generators you put in a dam, the more it actually takes out of the dam, which means the more water you've actually got to have coming in. So we might actually. I wonder if we're losing it from the other side. Oh my! All this takes so much time. That's just a time killer. Okay, we're finally up here. Let's do a quick save and let's see how much of this we can actually get done this time. The goal here is the first thing I'm going to take out is the dirt because that's the most important part. The stone actually doesn't matter because water's not gonna leak through that, so we don't really have to worry about that. The good news is my manipulator, my miniaturizer is upgraded, so if I had done this earlier, it would have taken longer just because it wouldn't have been, you know, I guess mining per se. Wouldn't have been mining fast enough or as fast as it's doing it now. So hopefully this is a little more bearable, but like I said, I know it's not the most engrossing content you've probably ever seen. In this game, though, it's kind of necessary, and if I was doing this on the other side of the world, which I think I'm going to do in the future, I would be getting all this dirt. But for some reason, this dirt doesn't count as viable dirt to use in the crafting stuff. I'm not really sure why that is. I kind of wish the devs would change that, but you know, like I said, I'm not really too sure how active they are with the content on this game now. Yeah, it's interesting to see that there's any dirt at all, really, but. Okay, so we're basically just murdering dirt right now. Oh my You've got to be kidding me. This guy's going to totally ruin it. You know what? I ain't got time for that. Oh, of course. So the question is, do we lose? As a matter of fact, we're not going to take that chance. I think we might have been losing water to that edge. So to be sure, that's the only way we can be 100% sure. And that might be why. As a matter of fact, I bet that's exactly why, because that was off balancing and never filling up, which is why it was never running over, if I had to guess. That is a guess though, but still. Yep, I'd be willing to bet that was the culprit. So, yes, we've spent some time doing this, but, and now just, you guys kind of know how I am at this point probably. I can't, even though I told you that the stone is not important, the first thing I gotta do, because I'm just, I don't know, some people say OCD, some people say that's just a funny way of saying you're particular about something. And I'm not really saying the real, people that are actually OCD might not like that I'm saying that. But, I'm the type of guy that I do like things to look right. And plus, it kind of just looks cool to have a full, you know what, we need to fix this. It looks cool to have a full, just massive, like, water area. And now that we fixed the problem with it, I bet this will actually start working. It's still going to take some time to fill up, obviously, but... like I said, that's part of why this game is pretty interesting and cool. Is see, now we got a completely wide open area. We got to get these two out, and it looks like we're gonna have time. This will balance out. Unfortunately, it's going to take some time to fill all that space up with water. But once it does, and had I done this sooner, it would already be completely full, and there wouldn't be a problem. See, it's just going to level out now. So once it does that, we'll be set. Assuming that the left is not, I'm pretty sure I set that up correctly, but not 100% sure. Okay, so that's it. Now there's literally everything here. All it is a big water world, which I think is pretty neat. So maybe what we should do is bring this down a little bit to right there. Still don't have enough. The question is this needed now? I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure, but the idea is, you see, it's already dropping. So let's replace that, shall we? We'll keep whatever we have in here. And we'll just kind of go over this area just to make sure there's no holes or anything. We'll double up where we need to double up. That rebreather's amazing though, right? So if the left isn't as high as the right, then we're definitely going to have a problem. So that's something we definitely need to make sure of. Okay, so it's, at this point we got a couple of notches here. I don't know why things keep spawning right there. That's kind of odd. Okay, well that's going to have to do because we really can't go much higher with the materials that we have. So. But I feel pretty confident that should hold. We're gonna triple that up, so we literally can't have any problems. We've got this done. We'll triple that up too, just to be safe. This should be good at this point. I literally cannot think of another reason why this wouldn't work at this point. So. Now it's just a matter of rain. But I really think what it ends up being is the other world, or the other side there, has more spots that it rains on, and therefore you just get a constant. You see how this is constantly flowing? That's what I'm talking about right there. Because of that, you never end up running out. This is what we need, and that's why I should have built it on this side and not the other. So I feel kind of stupid for making that mistake, and I apologize to you guys for it. At this point, there's not a whole lot I can do about it, but what I can do is hopefully it'll end up balancing itself out here shortly. That's all we can really hope for, and if it doesn't, then I'm just going to move the teleporter. It's as simple as that. So, man. I'm going to try something, but I guarantee you I'm not going to have enough time to do this. So if I don't, I'm just going to quickly reload. Yeah, I'm not going to have time to do it, so never mind. I might as well just go now. I was going to try to put a teleporter up top, but yeah, definitely not going to have time for that. So let's jump down for our next night, night 20. We'll have one more day. I'm going to put a teleporter up on one of those islands so I can just zip up there, at least from the top teleporter, if nothing else. Hopefully we'll get enough rain to fill up that reservoir. And then we can actually use it how it's intended to be used. And we really need to see. Oh, I can't do that right now. Okay. Alrighty. Boom! Alright. It's good times. Oh yeah, just fall on me. That seems fair. When I can get good shots like that, though, I'll definitely take that. So constantly just switching that gun up is how I'm going to win. Dude, that critted for 398. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, and then I missed. That was pretty embarrassing. That's all good, though. See, that is what I'm talking about right there. Right there. Yep, that's what it's all about. Oh, yes. Yeah, that gun's awesome. Just line them up. Like I said, it has a pretty long timer, or cooldown, I should say, but it's pretty worth that. As you can see right there, I mean, literally, that was like, that's just totally worth it. Okay, I no longer need to convince you. I'm guessing you get it. You're probably like, okay, we get it. Calm down. So I'm going to try to tell myself to calm down, and we'll be fine. Okay, one more night completed. This will be the last quote-unquote day and night of the episode. So we'll get that knocked out. We'll go ahead and quick save. And what are we doing? We're going up top. We're going to try to put a teleporter up. Oh, you know what? I just remembered why we went down in the first place. Let's see if we've got enough materials to make. Okay, so this needs that and that. So we need coal. I knew there was a reason why we were picking coal up. Let's see how much of this we can make. Okay, we're going to start with that. Now, you don't necessarily have to do this. Make those... it's disappointing. You don't necessarily have to make those higher end composite walls, but just to make our life easier, since I've wasted a lot of time on this dam, we're going to just try to make it easier on us. So essentially the goal here is flight. We want flight, and in order to get flight, we need we obviously need to kill the next boss, which just happens to be like the Queen of Fireflies. I don't really know her actual name. I probably should have looked that up for the video, but hopefully when I write the description, I'll actually have looked it up, so you'll have the actual name of the actual boss here. So, and since our teleporter didn't work yet again, see, that's where we want it, right there. Anyway, since our teleporter didn't work, we've got to do it this way. Yeah, as you can see, there's no problem on this side. We've got a constant flow of water, which is really irritating that I didn't do it that way. I'm really disappointed with myself, but I won't make that mistake again. So, and this is probably helping that cause too. Okay, so the whole idea is to get super high in the air, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save right here. Okay, now let's kill this guy, and then let's get a teleporter down. Because the bottom line is, I'm tired of, this is more of a temporary fix. This is just so we can get up here when we need to get up here. We're going to eventually have a base in the air. But now, as long as it's light out, we'll be able to get up here. So we can go to there and there just like that. We don't even need that now, assuming this doesn't get blown up, which it definitely could. Now the real question is, where is the next island? And the answer is, who knows? Because, yeah, who knows? So what we're going to do is the only sensible thing, and that is to 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to build a tower. We want to build it as high as we can. And this may or may not be good enough. Normally I would do it 5 wide, but we're going to just try to see. We're going to do this just to see how high we can get, okay? I don't see anything close to us right now, and that's not a very good sign. Sorry, I normally do use the right keys to click, but for some reason I'm not this time. Okay, I see something there. That is a long way up. So what we're going to do is... Yep, I don't see anything over there. Interesting. So it looks like we're going to have to go to the other way for this. It's really interesting. Okay. See, and now I can just do something like that. See? I feel like that's definitely worth it. So, the easy way to bring all this down is that. Because that is clearly not the direction we want to go. Of course we want it right where I built this. So we're going to have to take this down. And we're going to have to replace it. Okay, so let's try this again. And the way you pick up the wire is just by clicking that X on wire that's already placed. So let's take all this down. We've got the same problem here. I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I don't really think this is going to make a big difference, but we'll try it anyways. 5 and 5. Then we'll do 3. And really all we're doing is scouting right now, so... Okay, so we're kind of close to something. So if we keep this, I mean, mean, this isn't the worst platform I've ever seen. But if we keep this like it is, then it means... I mean, like I said, this isn't terrible, but this is part of how this works. So, if/when we get close to the boss, we're going to hear a boss music change. That is about as high as we're going to get. I don't know why I'm not using my equip keys. I was kind of hoping to bait her in. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. How are we going to do this? Okay, well, that's interesting. Well, the only other thing we can do is try to get even better resources, which in this case is going to be this stuff. I'll make some of that real quick, and we'll see if that helps. I don't think it's going to help a lot, but we'll still try it here. That helps a little bit there. Well, that's not terrible. Oh, boo. Okay. Well, what that tells us is we really need, it looks like we're going to need some more of the of this right here. And we don't have any granite rock, so we're going to have to go get granite rock. So basically that's the next thing on our agenda. And now we can't use the teleporter because why? Why the heck won't that be? Why is that not lit? This is the type of stuff that sometimes is really irritating. I can never tell. It makes no sense why that wouldn't be lit. Okay, it is, then it isn't, then it is, then it isn't. Okay, cool. Okay, well, that saves some time. Yeah, I'm not really sure why it does that, but... You know, I get that the sun's probably going down, but, you know, sometimes the lights on the solar panels, if you were wondering why I was freaking out right there, they were turning off, and then they were turning on, off, on, and I'm like, either the sun's up or the sun's down. Now, it could have something to do with islands above them. Okay, so that I guess I could see. But, you know, I guess I did technically move the teleporter. So I hadn't really tested it in that location, so maybe that's why. I'm not sure, because I mean, I would just guess if there was an island above it, which there definitely is or could be, that may have had some, you know, some sort of effect on it. But let's just continue to blast our way through this, because that's what we're going to be doing. And as you guys can see, for the, you know, I don't know, 700th or 800th time, it's pretty effective. Yeah, that shark was like, nope. Yeah, this cannon is all I really needed. We're set now. I think they'd see all their buddies like bodies here and be like, I don't think so. Good times, though. It's definitely good times. It's more fun now that I have to, you know, try to concentrate on shooting that shot and lining stuff up. That definitely makes it a little more fun. So, anyways, this is going to be the end of the episode once we complete this. And when we start off the next episode, what I'll try to focus on is getting more materials so we can make more of that heavier end, which like compound, which I think is this stuff right here. So if that's the case, we should be able to get it pretty easily. I think it's that right there. So anyways, we'll pick up there when we come back. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying it, and leave your feedback and comments below. Have a good one.